Hi guys, my name is Antos, and today I just wanted to show you a sort of a perfect camera for all you beginner filmmakers out there. A lot of times I get asked, what's the ideal camera that I should get when I'm on a budget, I'm starting out, not quite sure what I'm going to be filming yet, but I want to have the options to do different things. And here's this camera. It's the Sony NEX5. This one's the 5R. There's the newest model. There's also the NEX7 and NEX3. I think this one though, the NEX5R, is sort of the perfect middle ground. And what's great about this camera is that it's cheap. It's relatively cheap when you compare it to like, for example, the Canon DSLRs. It retails for the camera itself for $500 USD, and with the lens, with this kit lens, it's $570, $580, $600 depending on where you get it. Anyways, before I start getting too much into the camera details, I just want to show you, so what sort of quality you can expect to get with this. So here's a quick little sequence that I shot outside. Now all of these shots you're seeing up here are shot with the kit standard lens that comes with the camera, which is a zoom lens that goes from 18mm to 55mm. It's not too fast, but as you can see, you can get some pretty nice, shallow depth of field, and also it's very sharp image quality. The only shots where I did use another lens were the 3 shots of the birds. On those shots I used my Nikon 300mm zoom lens simply because the birds were really far away. Now, what else is really good about this camera, aside from the price, is that as you can see, it's very small. It has a cool little, flip-out LCD. You can also put it, 45 degrees this way, for example. So when you're getting those sort of high-angle shots, you can still see what you're filming. It has a touch screen. All these little things. Really cool menu. But the camera, despite its size, actually has an APS size image sensor, which is the same kind of image sensors that you would get in, like Canon SLRs, for example, like the 60D, T2i, T3i, or my favorite, the Canon 70. So you're getting the same sort of depth of field, but in a much smaller package. And also using a very cheap adapter. I got mine, for example, from for Nikon lenses. It costs around $30. They're anywhere from $20 to $30 for one of these adapters. You can put all of your Canon, Nikon, whatever other lenses you want to use on this camera. But actually, what's really deceiving about this camera, and probably because of its small size, is the fact that the video quality that comes out of this is actually better than the most DSLRs. Especially if you compare it to like the 60D, Canon 7D, things like that, those types of cameras. And the reason is because it shoots an AVCHD codec and not MP4, and also shoots at a higher bit rates. This one shoots, for example, 1080p at 24 frames per second at 24 megabytes per second. Now here's a quick little scene that I did just to test out this camera against one of Canon SLRs. Here's my cousin Caroline. She's performing a song, and I shot it using the Canon 7D and the Sony NEX5R.
I've seen the world, done it all, had my cake now.
Now this shot here is shot on the Sony NEX5R, and the following shot is shot on the Canon 7D. I used the same exposure, ISO, everything settings, because you can see the two cameras have a slightly different color shift.
I will forever want the crazy days, city lights, the way you played with me like a child.
Now the quality is, it's very similar between this camera and the SLRs. Now technically, it actually shoots at a higher, bit rate than the 7D, but in real world situation probably doesn't make that much of a difference. Also, one really cool feature that it has that, for example, the Canon SLRs don't have, or at least the slightly older models don't have, is the fact that you can shoot 60 frames progressive at full 1080p resolution. So you can get some really cool slow motion shots without sacrificing the resolution like you would have to do in a 60D or 7D camera, for example. So here's a few shots of me just testing out the slow motion capabilities. This is shot at 60 frames per second, and then I play it back at 24 frames per second, which roughly translates to 2.5 times slower than real life. And as you can see, you can get some pretty nice quality, and especially because it's at 1080p, which can which can lead to some pretty dramatic moments. And now here's a quick little suggestion when it comes to the settings in the camera, just so you get the kind of better quality. So to get the best quality out of this camera, you want to kind of shoot in a very sort of flat looking image, which allows you to do a lot more color correction afterwards in post. So you go to menu, go to here all the way to the right, click on brightness, color, go down to your creative style, and this is the standard setting. Here you have a different one, black and white. There's a lot of different presets. Now the standard one has too much contrast in it, and here's actually this sort of a shot that I got using the standard setting. As you can see, it's just way over, kind of the highlights are blown out, too much contrast, too much saturation, and it just simply creates an image it's going to be hard for you to adjust and color correct in post. So here's what I do. I go again to color brightness, then go to creative styles, select it, and I select the portrait preset. It has already pretty flat looking settings, but then I'll go to the option here, and for contrast I'll put it down to -3. Saturation we can leave it, and sharpness I'll again leave it at -3, and that's it. And now when you're shooting in that setting, this is how that same shot looks. As you can see, it just has a lot more detail, a lot more definition there in the highlights and stuff, and allows you to do a lot more sort of color correction afterwards. Now another cool feature is the focus peaking, which you can go up here, go to setup, and go to the peaking levels. You can adjust it, how you want it to. How sensitive you want it to be. I put it all the way to high. And then also peaking color, I chose red. And what that's going to allow you to do when you're focusing manually is the parts of the image which are sharp are going to have the edges will be highlighted in red. And as you're rack focusing to other parts of the shot, then it's gonna reflect that. So that's it. Here's a little sort of showcase of what this camera can do, and if you guys are out there looking to get into filmmaking or videography and you're not sure what kind of camera to invest in, I would say this one's great, because it does it takes amazing photos, but also, as you can see, the video quality is pretty good. Now if you want more info, as always, follow the links in the description of this video, or check out my website at tomantosfilms.com. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.